Are you an overthinker? Have you had friends and loved ones tell you that you worry too much? Do you identify yourself as someone who overthinks? Well, you're not alone. I used to be an overthinker, but I'm going to share some tips with you. So, one of the things that I do is to try and actively stop myself from overthinking. So, when I come into the realization that I am in this phase where my mind is just playing whatever it is playing or replaying events constantly, I actively try to think about something else. So when you come into that realization, please do your best to think about something else. The other thing I do as well is writing things down. So I write whatever the concern is. I write a list of things that I have control over in order to change that situation or that narrative. And then pointers of things that I have absolutely no control over. So when I find myself in that spiral about that issue and my mind is just doing what it does, when it plays to a point where I start thinking about things that I've got no control over, because I've written them down, because I've thought them through and written them down, I'm able to recognize that these are things that I have no control over. And then I say it to myself, and sometimes I speak it out loud, and you should try that because that works for me. It might just work for you. But I say it out loud, I've got no control over this. And then actively try to think about something else. Or sometimes I get up from where I'm sitting and walk and do something else. So whatever activity I'm doing at the time, I get up and I do something else. And what I find that does is that it breaks that cycle, it breaks that spiral. It gives me a bit of relief, which I believe will probably give you a bit of relief as well. And then when you constantly do that, you realize that you have control over your mind, you have control over the things that you're thinking about. And even if you are someone who suffers from depression and not necessarily an overthinker, you'll find that probably might just help you get yourself out of bed. Because when you're going through that phase where I don't want to get up, I don't want to get up, I don't want to get up, that is a spiral that you need to work yourself through. And I believe that, trying to think about something else, or thinking about going to the bathroom to go and pee, or going to the bathroom to go and brush your teeth, or getting up to go and get water, if you're able to do that, you'll be able to break that cycle. And hopefully when you get up, or when you change that and you actively work on this, and it takes a lot of work, it won't be easy, it does take a lot of work, but it is work that if you're willing to put in, hopefully you would see some improvement in your health. You're not alone, so don't give